มาครับเพื่อนๆโอ้โหรีบไปอาบน้ำรีบมาเลยสวัสดีครับพี่จักรินสวัสดีครับ
Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match?
ผมเนี่ยผมนี่รีบไปอาบน้ำรีบมาเลยหนาวจัดมาเพื่อนฝากกดไลค์กดแชร์ฝากติดตามให้ด้วยนะครับเพื่อนๆเดี๋ยวเจอการคู่อาร์เซนอลนะอาร์เซนอลคืนนี้ถ้าแพ้ก็บทจบข่าวปีนี้ถ้าแพ้นัดนี้ก็อดลุ้นแชมป์เพื่อนๆถ้าแพ้ก็มีโอกาสอดลุ้นแชมป์จริงๆ
for all the coverage of your independent off-tube studio commentary of Saturday evening action from Merseyside. It's Everton.
มาเพื่อน
Arsenal take the trip to Merseyside to take on Everton this evening.
มาดูครับ11รายชื่อผู้เล่นตัวจริงนะฝากกดไลค์กดแชร์ฝากกดติดตามให้ด้วยนะครับเพื่อนๆมาครับเพื่อนๆฝั่งเจ้าบ้านนะครับเพื่อนๆนะมาในแผน 4-2-3-1 นะครับประตูนะเป็นพิกฟอร์ดนะคู่เซนเตอร์เป็นคีนนะครับกับทาคอฟสกี้แบ็คขวาวันนี้โอไบลันนะครับแล้วก็แบ็กซ้ายมิโคลาเลนโกกองกลางนะครับมีการ์เนอร์กับเลนเบอร์นาร์ดนะครับแล้วก็ตัวลุกนะครับแจ็คกิลิตอัลวาเลสแม็กนิวแล้วก็นาเป้านี่ใช้แบดลี่นะครับส่วนของอาร์เซนอลนะครับมาในแผน 4-3-3 นะประตูเป็นเดวิดลาย่านะคู่เซนเตอร์วันนี้เป็นซาลิบากับไอคาปิเย่นะครับแล้วก็แบ็กซ้ายคาราฟิลลี่แบ็กขวาทิมเบอร์ตัวลุกนะครับโอเดกาดชูเบเมนดี้เดแคนไลท์นะพูดผิดกองกลางนะครับมีโอเดกาดชูเบเมนดี้เดแคนไลท์ตัวลุกนะบูโยซาก้าโยเคเลสแล้วก็ทอสซานะครับนะมาดูตัวสำรองนะครับมีนังมาดูเอเก้กาเบรียลมาเตลี่กาเบรียลเจซุสนีธานวานเนลลี่นะครับมิเกลมาริโนเอเซ่นอร์กาดลูอิสเกลี่แล้วก็เกปานะตัวเจ็บของอาร์เซนอลนะครับมีเบนไวท์มอสเกล่ากาเบรียลแม็กนอร์แมนแล้วก็ไคฮาวเวิร์ดนะครับส่วนของไอเอเวอร์ตันนะครับมีเบโต้นะตัวที่ผมพอจะรู้จักก็มีเบโต้นะมีก็ประมาณนี้ครับเพื่อนๆก็สถิติ5นัดหลังสุดนะครับที่เจอกันนะฤดูกาลที่แล้วนี่ไม่มีทีมไหนชนะเลยนะครับเพื่อนๆ5นัดหลังสุดนะอาร์เซนอลชนะไป3นะครับแล้วก็เสมอไป2แต่ฤดูกาลที่แล้วนี่ของแสลงของอาร์เตต้าเลยนะครับไม่เลยอ่ะเพื่อนๆมาเพื่อนเดี๋ยวรอดูกันดูนะครับว่าจะเกิดอะไรขึ้นบ้างนะ
Everton 3 changes are a must changes. 2 of them due to AFCON and 1 of them due to an
เพื่อนเกมเริ่ม
as well as Danny Doy have gone to AFCON and Kane and Dewsbury Hall
เกมเริ่มครับเพื่อนลุยสู้ๆอาร์เซนอลเอาเว้ยสู้ๆเว้ยอาร์เซนอลสู้ๆเพื่อนไป
whereas Arsenal it was a 2-1 win against Wolves by hook or by crook they came away with 3 points. John Mikel Arteta will have wanted a better performance. Someone said that, but I'm assuming they'll be happy that they got 3 points at the end of the game. They made
สู้เว้ย
as well from that win. Martinelli
พี่จักรินดูเป็นเพื่อนผมไหมเพื่อนพี่จักรินช่องผมมันโดนปิดกั้นการมองเห็นมันไม่มีคนดูหรอกมันก็มีแต่พวกพี่เนี่ยมาดูมา ไปสเปอร์9โค้งพังคาบ้านนั่นดิพี่แล้วอินคาปิเย่กูเจ็บอีก
striker for Arsenal is Raya in goal, back forward Timber, Saliba, Incapie and Calafiore returns to the 11. Odegaard, the skipper, returns to the 11. Also, Zubimendi, Rice, Field, Sacco on the right, side on the left.
ใจเย็นนะเพื่อนๆนะไม่เอานะ
Arsenal were wanting to, but we covered the game last weekend. Wolves, they were quite poor for their standards. City won, they'll be wanting to bounce back, but the topic.
เพื่อนใครสนใจเสื้อเซนอนก็เป็นเกรดแบบ 3A นะเพื่อนใครสนใจก็คลิกได้นะในช่องแชทนะครับเสื้อเซนอนนะครับมาจะได้มีรายได้เข้ามาบ้างนะผมเผื่อผมได้ค่าคอมนะเพื่อนเพื่อนฝากด้วย
As it turns out, of course, they lost to Villa. But I just think Everton are probably missing too many players. I know they're at home. They were thumped a couple of games ago at home by Newcastle. I honestly think that's how it's going to pan out. I think the first goal for Arsenal, I think that's going to open the floodgates. Personally, hopefully, it depends when that goal comes. If it doesn't come, of course, then it might be a different game. But I think Arsenal Everton early goal, and they might win comfortably. Yeah.
ใช่พี่เลี้ยวภูขึ้นที่5แล้วโอดิกาดดูเหมือนเป็นเพื่อนอย่าลืมนะเข้ามาแล้วฝากกดไลค์กดแชร์นะครับสวัสดีนะครับเพื่อนๆพี่นะครับฝากกดไลค์กดแชร์ด้วยใจเย็นมิโคเลนโก้แจ็คกิลิตโอเคไม่มีไรครับเพื่อน ครับชูมินเบนนี่ โอดิการ์ดชูมินเบนนี่โอดิการ์ดอีกครั้งหนึ่งครับโอดิการ์ดซ้ายครับไปแล้วทิมเบอร์ไม่ได้ครับเพื่อนโอเคเจมส์การ์เนอร์อาคอฟสกี้อีและปูแนมสวยคาปิเย่ใจเย็นนะเซนอลนะรอยาก
Timber obviously might be a bit more attacking than Ben White was last week. I mean, the problem last week is they could have been more negative. Wolves. I know they had a couple of chances on the counter. I mean, they're literally countering from their own box. Certainly, there was an incident in the first half, and of course,
สวยไปเปิดไป
late on when they're chasing the game, it's not quite the same.
เอาสวยไปซาก้าไปมีทิมเบอร์ประคองอยู่เอาไง
And if Timber has got his wits about him, he and Saka could really cause problems down the left. I'd have thought Arsenal might have started with a bit more about them, get after them, get an early goal. It changes the game plan an early goal, but they're just containing the possession at the moment. A problem for Arsenal, of course, is they're playing.
อินคาปิเย่
So they've got to think about that fixture, I guess. But they're not on top of the Premier League as a mistake. A little bit of a mistake because Calafiori's header went vertically as opposed. I think he was trying to cushion it back to right. He got it wrong, enough defenders back. But yeah, they're not top of the table. I thought they might be a bit more purposeful.
ทอซ่า
But we're only into
ตื่นเต้นกว่าครั้งในไหนเลยฤดูกาลนี้เพราะมันอะไรอ่ะเพื่อนถ้าเราสะดุดนัดนี้คือเราอยู่ที่2ยาวเลยแล้วซิตี้เวลามันขึ้นแล้วมันขึ้นยาวอ่ะเอาทีเนี้ยเอาง่ายๆดีกว่าเพื่อนพอมันขึ้นแล้วมันขึ้นยาวอ่ะซิตี้อ่ะครั้งในไหนเลยอ่ะถ้าเราเสมอประตูได้เสียเราก็น้อยกว่าซิตี้อยู่ดีอ่ะเพื่อนน้อยกว่าซิตี้5 ลูกอ่ะไปกิลิตนะฮะแล้วกิลิตซึ่งกิลิตเนี่ยอยู่อย่างเงี้ยดีแล้วอยู่ซิตี้เล่นเนี่ยจริงๆอ่ะกิลิตอ่ะโอเคซาลิบาแต่พูดถึงกาเบรียลมากันเยสนี่หายเมื่อไหร่วะเพื่อนโหหลังปีใหม่เลยนะเพื่อนกาเบรียลมากันเยสแม่งใครเฮาแวดจะดีไปเจ็บเพิ่มมาดิจริงๆอ่ะควรกลับมาแล้วไงโอดิการ์ดไอทิมเบอร์สวยซาก้า อืม
Yeah, I mean, that's our problem playing Arsenal the way that it's set up. Obviously, today they've got Calafiori at left back, and Timber has played centre back. Obviously, there's no Ben White, but that's quite tough because they've been quite direct at times, Everton. And they're not really profiting from that particular attack.
โอ้โหไม่ถึงโยเคเลสดูดิเพื่อน
Teams can score from them. Depends on
โอ
delivery.
เคไม่มีอะไรแล้วล่ะถ้าอย่างเงี้ย
Units themselves.
ดิแคนไลท์
Open play, I don't think they've threatened so much.
ดิแคนไลท์โดนแย่งครับ
But if they get an early goal, maybe that will induce Arsenal to be a bit more positive. But you know, Everton
เอาเว้ยเอาหน่อยเว้ย
it
อาร์เซนอล
wasn't a great ball, but it wasn't well dealt with, so called a chance.
Swinger from Garden, right into the back post. Ryan goes down.
ดูดิเพื่อน11 นาทีแล้วโคตรไวเลย
That's a good tackle by Tarkowski. He's asking for throw in. Celebrate as if he scored. I think it will be given for them. Might go for
เอาครับเตะมุมครั้งแรกครับของ
ball into the box with all the pace and power. Ryan tries to come out. He might have just dived on the floor. They're trying to maybe get a free kick. It was a bundle of volleys in front of him, of course, but now a long throwing opportunity. O'Brien will be the one to take. Can't say I've really seen him take a long throw. So we'll have to see if he's a good long throw. Is it a terrible medium throw? We'll wait and see. Full back will take it. Someone into football. Splits on looking for Barry. Asks and shouts for a corner. Arsenal want the goal kick. I believe the line point for a corner. This is a good piece of momentum for Everton right now.
Yeah, it's not the most clean delivery into the box, and credit to Arsenal because they're tracking the knockdown. Timber is ahead of Barry there, and he smuggled it behind. It could have gone anywhere. Tarkowski in the middle of, I think it was Saliba
สวย
in Capier, causing a problem. I think that's a decent throw, and that's obviously going to be a threat if Everton can get enough of them.
Set piece corner this time. McNeil with an in-swinger on the far side. Trying to pick out Tarkowski out of the back post. David Moyes frustrated and disappointed in that corners. Not the best.
เอาเว้ยลูกทุ่มครับ
Near post and the
ไม่เอานาไซดอนนาไม่เอานะ
again though I think the top is the beat United a few weeks ago. They'll have got a bit of confidence about them right now. I'd have to say I think United are doing very well, but
เกือบอีกแล้ว
if you overhit the ball, you're never going to create it.
No,
เกือบอีกแล้วอาร์เซนอลเกือบอีกแล้ว
rather, I mean, obviously, you don't want to free kick or a corner, a long throw gives all players a chance. In many ways, I think if it's short, there is a possibility the defender clearing it might miss it. If you put it over everybody, nobody's got a chance. So that is really disappointing. You can understand the frustrations because, could be a chance here. Alcaraz coming forward.
Into the box well.
เทียโนแบร์รี่อ่ะเพื่อนกองหน้าของเอเวอร์ตันอ่ะมันมาจากทีมอะไรวะเพื่อนเบียริวอ๋อมาจากทีมเบียริว
Well defended in the end by Saliba, but Everton, they are giving it to Arsenal. I think Arsenal right now they're not caught napping, not anything like that. But right now the caught maybe a bit lackadaisical, or possibly more forward to Barry, knocked down into Eric Bunnan. As well to come over. Alcaraz goes in for a tackle there on Saka, but he wins the ball. The winger plays it forward for Gyökeres.
อาร์เซนอลกลัวกันหนักเหี้ยตั้งเกมไม่ได้อีกแล้วเพื่อน
Quite wide and Pickford came out on this with really quick and alert. The Everton and England number one, but at the same
อ่า
time, that's
อีกคู่หนึ่งครับลีดกับคิตันพาเลตนะ
15 minutes.
ยังเสมอกันอยู่0-0เหมือนเดิมนะครับคู่ของเราด้วย
Everton have probably actually maybe been the better side. Maybe they've been more in the Arsenal box than Arsenal in Everton.
ชิบหายแล้วไงชิบหายแล้วไงซาลิบา
Possession from Arsenal compared to 42.
โดนกดนับเลยว่ะ
Few long throw-ins. Arsenal lost that more on the ball and movement through the gears now with Zuckermendy. He's got to his
โดนกดจับอีกแล้วเครียดแล้วกู
space forward. Split down the line but deflected away. It's back to the Belgian.
เอาไว้ซาก้าไปโอ้โหจ่ายบอลอะไรวะ เอาไว้โยเคเลสเอาหน่อยนะไอ้ห่า โยเคเลสเอาหน่อยนะนัดนี้ขอสักลูกหนึ่งก็ยังดีเว้ยไอ้ห่าสำหรับโยเคเลสเพื่อนเพิ่งยิงไปแค่ในพรีเมียร์ลีกอะครับ พิ่งยิงแค่4ประตูเองครับเพื่อนๆทั้งหมด6ประตูนะครับ
Yeah, I mean it's relative. Neither side's had a shot, so neither side in trouble. But yeah, I just
ยิงในแชมเปี้ยนลีก2แล้วก็ใน
slow tempo.
ในพรีเมียร์ลีก4นะสำหรับโยเคเลส
Around their own half. It's not a threat. Everton would have bitten the hand off. And you're just going to have to watch Arsenal pass it around for a little bit. As Geiger has touched the ball yet, haven't seen an awful lot of Saka.
มาละซาก้าไป
Admittedly, the last attack, Timber had gone forward, but they didn't quite control the ball. And then, of course, there was a counter. I mean, Arsenal might just be playing within themselves. As I say, neither side's threatened, so it's difficult to know who's actually made a good start. Because Everton are at home, but I think Everton, because they're playing Arsenal, would be delighted with the way Arsenal have set up. It's quite a slow tempo. Might speed up when we get a goal, but we haven't had a shot, so I don't want to get too far ahead of myself.
Yeah, we want the shots to come before the goals at least. Though it feels like with deja vu from last week against Wolves, we didn't see many shots in that game, and then the goals came a little bit late. Well, we got 2 in stoppage time in the second half. Hopefully, there's a lot more goals and chances than how long that took. Long throw into Saka. It's a good one. Trossard on the left-hand side. So 1-on-1 against O'Brien. Calafiore supporting with an underlapping run. Defender does ever so well. O'Brien playing at right back. He's a centre back for most people play right back, but I'd love to be able to inside Koski or King. That right back slot his own since David Moyes came into second spell. Still on the ball with Calafiore in out the field. And the good Trossard. Good pass to an overlapping run from Saka. Ball into the box. Looking for Gyökeres falls for Zupermendi outside the area. Leaning back, he swings his leg at it. That's the best move of the game for Arsenal, but it's taken 18 minutes to come.
Yeah, and it's come with an overload on the left-hand side. Saka's popped up there. He receives the pass from Trossard, and he's pulled it into an area. You've got to say, 6 defenders there. I don't think he's looked up there. Saka, should Gyökeres be in a better position? I don't know, because there's that many defenders. It's difficult to blame one striker, but I don't think Saka looked up. But you could sense that Everton were a little bit stretched.
ไปแล้วทอซาไปหลบไป1อ๋อครับยังได้อยู่ครับมาอยู่ที่คาราฟิโอลี่
But yeah, bit of liveliness from the Gunners, bit of pace about it.
They can lie.
I don't know why or whose instruction it was, but Saka's popping up on the same wing as Trossard, and they created the sort of overlap.
Maybe for too many red jerseys on that left-hand side for Everton.
ยิงโอ้โหชมเบนดี้ยิงด้วยซ้ายกำคานโอเค
Sides are on high.
เนี่ยเพื่อนโอ้โหกำคานอ่ะ
Where it goes. Big step. Barry was closing him down. Keeping from the Spaniard, and it's opened up a bit of space.
โอกาสแรกมาแล้ว
Here come the Gunners. And Timber with the overlapping run, but will he cut inside himself? He does cut inside. Uses the run of Timber though in the end. Spot back from Saka goes to the Arsenal number 7, Odegaard. He'll swing one into the box. Gyökeres' header just go wide on the mark. He was stretching for it. Wasn't the easiest of chances. But again, that's more like he took a massive risk. Back Timber just offside there. Took a massive risk from David Ryan, but that's more Arsenal, more intensity, more tempo to the game.
ไป19นาทีผ่านไปนะครับเพื่อน
Half chance it's awful for Gyökeres, but it got them up the field very fast from their one end to the other.
Yeah, and there's an overlap as well. I think Saka
Cabier.
let the pass too long, and then it wasn't.
Saliba.
So it just allowed Everton to get bodies back. A cross still came in.
ดูดิครับเพื่อน
sort of drop back away from the retreating defence. So he's in a little bit of space, but the cross.
สวยเอาโยเคเลสซ้าย
Bit of pace.
ไปแล้วเพื่อนบูโยซาก้าจีเข้าไปจีเอาอู้หูทิมเบอร์ไม่ถึง ทิมเบอร์คืนโอเคซาก้ามีพื้นที่เอาแล้วอริการเปิดเข้าไปมงโอเคโยเคเลสเอาเว้ยโยเคเลสไม่ล้ำครับลูกนี้
With Saliba, he's still a little bit lacking in tempo, but maybe they're trying to tease Everton to pressing a bit harder. To beat the press. Back to Raya it goes inside his own penalty area. So he's
โอเคไม่เป็นไรได้โมง
Former West Ham man and plays it to his right hand side to Timber. To the middle for Odegaard. Back to Rice. He was trying to get that one-touch passing going with Arsenal. And once was stay in touch, he would drive forward after that or play a first time pass to just keep
มาเพสสูงเหมือนกันเอาจริงๆอ่ะสำหรับเอเวอร์ตันอ่ะเพื่อนซาก้าช่วงนี้ซาก้าก็ดูดอกๆเหมือนกันนะเพื่อนฤดูกาลนี้ยิงไปได้แค่สำหรับซาก้า4 ลูกเหมือนกันเพื่อน4 ลูกกับอีก1 แอสซิสต์นะครับเพื่อนฤดูกาลนี้
very simple, just onside as well. He's using rotating overlaps and overloads. Looking at the back post, is he pushed there, Gyökeres?
I mean, if they give a penalty for that, you can forget about talk about attack or defenders having to be stronger.
จริงๆอ่ะกัปตันทีมผมก็ดูดอกเหมือนกันสำหรับ
give a penalty in all seriousness for it. I just don't. He is behind him, but you see that challenge all the time. Gyökeres knows the ball's going over his head. And he's not going to get a penalty, in my opinion. And it will be a corner, though, at the very least. But again, it's Timber. Timber's ahead of Saka. This is what they weren't doing last week. I know Everton have been more
สวยไปทิมเบอร์เปิดเข้าไปมงเฮ้ยโอ้โหเฮียไม่ฟาวเหรอเฮ้ยจุดโทษเป้าไอ้เฮียโอ้ยสัตว์แผกอย่างนี้เลยบ้าเปล่าโอ้ยเฮียมงได้เห็นเลยอ่ะเพื่อนเนี่ยเฮ้ยโอ้โหเฮียมงเห็นเลยอ่ะเพื่อนไม่ฟาวอีก ไม่ฟาวอีกโอ้
Well, it's going to get given as a penalty this one. I didn't think the other penalty was a penalty.
โอ้ไม่ฟาวใจร้ายจริงๆเลย
Okay, there might be a little bit of nudge on it, but what O'Brien is doing, both hands are above his head.
แต่จริงๆอ่ะโยเคเลก็ล้มง่ายเกินพอดูภาพช้าเพื่อน
I'm assuming it's because he knows he's not going to get there. He's kind of
โยเคเลก็ล้มง่ายเกิน
two hands above his head. It's hit one of their hands. This is going to be a penalty. I've got no idea what is going through O'Brien's head there. It's crazy. It's weird that Arsenal are not really appealing for it. They appealed more for the previous
ลูกมงคาราเฟลลี่เพื่อน
question, but they were appealing for a penalty. This is going to get given as a penalty simply because O'Brien's being silly. Both hands are above his head. There's no explanation for it.
เฮ้ยโอ้โหใบแดงแล้ว
Fury's got a chance of heading it if he doesn't, which is only going to make it more of a penalty.
เฮ้ยแดงแล้วเอ้ยจุดโทษแล้วจังหวะนี้จุดโทษแล้ว
The referee is going to have a word, and again, he's gone to the monitor. He's going to say what he's going to say. But I agree with you, Robbie. He's going to point to the spot any second. Now, he's independent of tube.
อ้าวไปดู VAR แล้วอ้าวเนี่ยอย่างนี้เลยเนี่ยโดนตรงนี้เลยเนี่ยมือซ้ายเนี่ยมือซ้ายเลยเพื่อนขัดขานโหนี่ถ้ามึงไม่ให้นี่นะเดี๋ยวกูร้องเรียนอีกคนนึงมึงจะไปดูมุมอะไรอ่ะเพื่อนจะไปดูมุมอะไรมันเจตนาใช้มือ
to Jordan Pickford because he said something, not because of anything else. Obviously, we're not privy. We're not out the ground, so we're not privy to what's been said. It's independent, unofficial off-tube studio commentary. I'm assuming the penalty has been given. Pickford's
จุดโทษI
guess, and I think Pickford's gone into the book, but it is a penalty. 26 minutes ticking over, and it's out of
จุดโทษ
I know Arsenal build
จุดโทษครับเพื่อนๆเอาละแล้วใครจะยิงอ่ะทีเนี้ย
I don't know how managers can legislate for crazy decisions by players, even if he thinks he's been fouled. In
Mm.
this day and age, I don't want to sound like an old man, but in this day and age, everything gets looked at by VAR. You don't need to make it look obvious. You might have a word with the referee afterwards or something like that. But if you think you've been fouled, then you
เอาเพื่อนหรือว่าใครจะเป็นคนยิงนะครับโอเดการ์ดหรือใครเป็นคนยิง
fouled. Gyökeres is stepping up to give Arsenal the lead, and he's drilled it down the middle. And Pickford was diving to his right. It's in the
ท่องคาถาก่อน นะโมนะโมพุทธายะ
I mean, that's just
นะโม
crazy.
นะโมพุทธายะ
Obviously, I've said my piece, Lewis. Arsenal are in front.
นะโมนะโมพุทธายะ ผมก็บ้าๆบอๆนะเพื่อนๆโอเดการ์ดถือบอลอยู่นะครับเพื่อนๆเฮ้ยฮะเพื่อนให้โยเคเลสครับเอาครับเรียกความมั่นใจหน่อยนะโมนะโมพุทธายะนะโมพุทธายะบ้าๆบอๆผมเอาแล้วเพื่อนวิกโตโยเคเลสครับโยเคเลสครับโยเคเลสโยเคเลสยิงเรียบร้อย1-0ครับมาครับ1-0วิกเตอร์โยเคเลสนะโผยิงอย่างนี้เพื่อน
Yeah, looked a bit bemused when it was confirmed. I don't know why. His hand, he knew it in his hand. He must have done. Now under pressure. I'd have to say Gyökeres has. He's probably still drawing one or two criticisms in the sense that Arsenal league leaders, they're scoring a few goals, but he scored.
เอาเพื่อนเราจ่าฝูงแล้ว
And of course he's got a couple of braces in there as well, so he's actually scored in 5 of his 23 appearances.
เอาล่ะเพื่อน1-0
which isn't exactly setting the world on fire.
นะครับเป็นดาวซันโวของอาร์เซนอลแล้วครับในพรีเมียร์ลีกยิง5ประตูเป็นดาวซันโวแล้วสำหรับอาร์เซนอลน่ะฮาแลนด์กดไป19ลูกอ่ะเพื่อนฮาแลนด์กดไป19วิกเตอร์โยเคเลสกูกดไป5ลูกเอาเพื่อนเรียกความมั่นใจไปสำหรับโยเคเลสบางทีก็เปลี่ยนให้ทอสซามายืนกลางแล้วโยเคเลสไปยืนซ้ายมันก็ได้นะจริงๆอ่ะลูก2ต้องมาวันนี้ลูก2ต้องมาแต่พูดถึงไอ้ผู้เล่นอ่ะเพื่อนๆมีคนอะไรอิงโก้อ่ะเพื่อนมันไม่น่าเอามือไปทำอย่างนั้นเอาจริงๆอ่ะโอเคระยะไปเข้ามือแล้วลุยต่อมาอยู่ที่เด็กคันไล่ครับครึ่งชั่วโมงผ่านไปแล้วเพื่อนโคตรไวเลยไวจัดเอาละไวจัดคำเย่เปิดขึ้นไปเลยเปิดไปก่อน
the sooner it comes, the better for them. But Everton, obviously at home, the new ground, made a good start to life. The Hill Dickinson in many ways.
โอเดการ์ด
We'll be looking to
สลิบาเทคโนโอเดการ์ด
inside their own half. I don't know what Brian was thinking. He's got some amends to make, I reckon. It's probably one of those incidences where you probably can get away with it, as opposed to a sending off. You made a rash tackle and you've left your team to defend with 10 men. I mean, to me that's a real mistake. It's a big risk. Why are you handballing it? But probably going to
Cabier.
be forgiven a lot more easily than a red card.
Yeah, because if play devil's advocate, what if it's 1-1 and he gets the equaliser in the last minute and Vic gets the point, he's gone from villain to hero, hasn't he?
อาร์เซนอลมาแล้วหนึ่งใช่แล้ววิสกาเลนมาแล้วโยเคเลสยิงแล้วพี่ นานโยเคเลสจะยิงหน่อยเอาหน่อยดีใจหน่อย
Timber is leading the charge, stopped by Eric Bonham, who's then just barged off it by Martin Ødegaard. Good defending from Eric Bonham, who was probably a couple of yards behind Timber to start with. Again, it's Timber's driving run forward that's caused the problem, or a problem. But a good recovery from Eric Bonham in the end. Ødegaard kind of ran into the Everton man after the ball was knocked past him, so understandable that's a free kick. I thought he might have to do a bit
ระยะเปิดขึ้นมาสวยโอ้โหสวยโดนการเนอร์แย่งไปโอเคไม่มีไร
Free kick to Everton, halfway inside their own half. Pickford stood over, it's going to drill it downfield. 33 minutes coming up to being completed. Tarkovsky tries
อย่าพูดถึงไอ้มอสเคล่านี่ก็เจ็บยาวเลยนะเพื่อนโอ้โหสวยทิมเบอร์ไปทิมเบอร์โอ้โหไม่ฟาวโอ้โหเดกาดฟาว
as it's worked back to Jordan Pickford as Martin Ødegaard leads the press. Pickford will launch it long downfield.
ทิมรุตบูนัมมาเพื่อนๆผมชื่อนะโอ้โหใช้ได้ลูกนี้สกัดทิมเบอร์ได้ดีมาก
Not sure what Everton's game plan
Hey,
is
Bunam.
right now. Obviously, they're just trying to recover from losing a goal, but not sure what the game plan at the moment is.
No, I don't know if they want to change it. It looks like they haven't changed it, and then maybe David Moyes saying, look, it's only 1-0, but we'll see what we're doing it. But you say about it, it's a massive mistake. It's like Arsenal caught up and Everton, it was this lovely goal. David Moyes sitting there going, right, we still had a chance at 0-0, but this is a good move. Here they come with Saka and Arsenal.
Ødegaard goes around his outside this time. It's Timber infield. Timber collects. Ødegaard now on the right edge of the box. All left foot, of course. Timber goes on the overlap. Cross in towards the near post. Headed away by Keane. Zubamendi should get to the loose ball first. 30 yards from goal. Slips it first time down the left wing for Trossard. Back in field to Saka, who's popped up on that flank or that channel again. Everton have got everybody back behind the ball. Byron Barry. Lots in the box. Timber might have a little run on Grealish far post. Difficult to spot. That's on the right side of the area. Ball into the box a little bit straighter and an important touch from O'Brien because Trossard's probably waited to tap it in. The touch from O'Brien
เวลาแม่งโคตรผ่านไปโคตรไวเลยจะ35นาทีแล้วเพื่อนเราดูทีมอาร์เซนอลดีไวใช่ป่ะเลยเพื่อนไปแล้วทอซาอาราฟิโอลี่สวยโอเดกาดไปซาก้าบูโยซาก้าไปแล้วจีเข้าไปซาก้าไปเล่นที่ทิมเบอร์โอเดกาดสวยโอเดกาดเปิดเข้าไปเฮียไม่ได้เพื่อนๆโอ้โหบอลยังได้อยู่ครับไปที่ทอซาแล้วซาก้าชูมินเมนดี้ครับชูมินเมนดี้โอเดกาดสวยเอายิงโอ้โหใครวะแม่งสกัดได้ก่อนนะโอไบอันโอ้โหเพื่อนโอ้สกัดได้เนียนเลยอ่ะนะครับมีซาลิบาอยู่ไม่ต้องกลัวหรอกเพื่อนๆนิ่งกิ๊บมีซาลิบาจริงๆมีซาลิบากาเบรียลขอคนนึงอ่ะอยู่คนนึงอ่ะไม่อยู่มันแย่เพื่อนเดี๋ยวช่วงปีหน้าเราก็กลับมากันครบแล้วเพื่อนถ้าได้ไฮไคฮาวเวิร์ดแล้วก็กาเบรียลกับอีกคนนึงนะแล้วก็โอเคเลยเพื่อนถ้าได้ใครเฮาแวตแล้วก็กาเบรียลกับอีกคนนะโหแจ๋วเลยเพื่อน
They just haven't looked like scoring, obviously, Everton. So at the moment, you think they're going to have to change in the second half because they haven't looked like scoring.
สวย
So difficult to score when A, you don't have the ball, and B, you're not shooting. And at the moment, Arsenal in control. I would say dominating, but not the sort of hammering away at the door kind of domination, just not letting Everton have a kick. It is at the feet of Pickford. He will have a kick, but it's going to be a clearance downfield. Trossard closes him down. Barry beaten in the air by Saliba. Kept alive by Saka, finds Zubimendi. Odegaard on the halfway line, allowed to turn and dropped off a little bit. Looks for the run of Saka. Mikolenko rather awkwardly hoiks it away. Helped further downfield by Irogbunam to the halfway line. Now Nkapie has it for the Gunners. Again, slowed down. They do look quite happy to bide their time. Of course, it can be very effective, just as Spurs. They weren't blood and thunder against Spurs, but picked them apart for fun. When they did, Everton a bit more solid so far. Only 3 shots. I'm saying this actually, we've already mentioned it. There weren't that many shots against Wolves, and the possession stats were better than 63%. They just didn't get that early first goal, did they?
มันเพื่อนโอ้อาร์เซนอลก็ยังเล่นไม่ค่อยดีเท่าไหร่นะเพื่อนโอเพนเพย์แล้วต้องชมเอเวอร์ตันด้วยล่ะมันเล่นเกมรับดีจัด
There is a talk of obviously fatigue and all this kind of stuff, but if you're 4-0 up at half time, you can rest in the second half.
I've always, to be fair, thought that make the changes. Well, don't want people saying, go win the game and then make your changes and then get your team to rest. I do think that's a better idea than when you're 4-0 up, you're not doing much running, are you? You've got a lot of the ball as well, and Arsenal don't do a lot of running. They do a lot of running with the ball as well, don't they? Have a lot of possession and knock it around. So, and look, they've got a deep squad as well, haven't they?
Dominic Calvert-Lewin has scored for the 5th game on the spin. He's put Leeds in front at home to Crystal Palace. Speaking of fatigue, challenge comes in from Tarkovsky. He's gone right through the back of Gyökeres. He's having a word with the referee. I don't know whether he's apologising, but I mean there isn't that much contact to be fair. But if you're sliding in from behind the player, what do you think is going to happen? I'll tell you what's going to happen. A yellow card. He's been given one.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. That I think you're right. There's not much.
Odegaard ไป
Gyökeres makes a bit of a meal out of it, but you never would unless you try and wrap your leg around it, which makes it quite awkward as well as it is. Never going to be able to get the ball back from there. And it's a little bit. Maybe it's just out of frustration because now Arsenal do have a free kick. I know it's not from a great angle, but we all know they're almost the king of set pieces.
Very central, only just outside the centre circle. Dominic Calvert-Lewin in the 38th minute has given Leeds the lead. As I say, that's 5 games on the bounce.
โอเคไม่มีไรเอาไปเฮ้ยโอ้โหทาคอฟสกี้ เหลืองแล้วมั้งจังหวะนี้
Back in action against Arsenal on Tuesday night, so fatigue a factor. This is what happens when you go deep in tournaments.
โอ้โหเสียบอย่างนี้เลยเหรอ
Some teams would relish those sort of opportunities, but there you go. Arsenal back in possession on the halfway line, trying to control the tempo. They've not had a shot since the penalty. They don't need to. That's the difference. The goal coming in the 27th minute. 5 to go to the break. Obviously there was a VAR check for the penalty. There was a VAR check for a penalty prior to that. Too many other stoppages, so it might just be a minute or 2, if that. Sat under a little bit of pressure inside his own half from Mikolenko. Saliba switches play from right to left, but a slight slice. And there's a bit of work to do for Calafiori to keep it in. Just showing us the time of last touch in opponent's box. 15 minutes for Everton. In the 15th minute, in the 27th, the penalty for Arsenal. As might be a yellow card coming again. Player caught in the build-up. Arsenal on the attack through an advantage. Leandro Trossard has it. Finds Odegaard 25 yards out, right edge of the box. Saka onto his left foot this time. Lots of blue shirts behind the ball. It's not easy. A little bit of space for Declan Rice. Pulls the trigger. Don't think it took a deflection. It's high over the bar. He looks frustrated with himself. Declan Rice. There might have been just a little touch inside the area momentarily there.
40 นาทีผ่านไป
But obviously the end shot from outside the box, not his best.
No, it wasn't from Rice. You see, pulling through. We know he likes to, and he's happy to go go for goal when he gets something you've got to do. It's quite clear what Aston Villa are trying to do, aren't they? That when the team packs the box, create space outside it, go for a strike at goal. They're quite happy to let that happen, and that's what happened with Rice. We'd love to play a ball into Gyökeres and have a tap in, easier goal. But when Everton are packing that defence and packing it with 10 men, it's hard to get past, and maybe a long shot's how to do it. They just need to get back in, and also they need to get on the ball. Right now it's a little bit easy for them.
Mikalenko goes long. That looks to be a little bit too
ยิง
long.
โอ้โห
Run on Barry anyway. It's going to go through to David Raya. Arsenal have possession back. 3 minutes to go to the end of 45. As I say, I don't think it'll be that much stoppage time. Gunners come forward down the left with Trossard. Probably hasn't had as much overlapping support from Calafiori that Saka has had from Timber. Having said that, Arsenal are playing within themselves, I reckon. 1-0 up, just controlling the game without overcommitting. 1-0 to the Arsenal, that used to be a phrase. And at the moment they're playing like that'll do. Of course it will do, they keep winning.
แต่ครึ่งแรกก็เล่นดีนะสำหรับเอเวอร์ตันอ่ะเอาจริง
Keep winning, they would go back to the top of the table. With a victory, a draw won't do it. It's halfway on and not in a rush. Eric Boonham got to press on Zubimendi, forces the Gunners back into their own half, but of course nobody else is pressing. It's 2 minutes to go to the break. I suppose Everton aren't going to risk a second goal with so little time in the first half. Risk conceding a second goal, that is. And Arsenal not in a desperate rush to score it as they work it from left to right. Saka on the halfway line, coming in field, trying to get away from Mikalenko. Finds Declan Rice into Everton territory. Onto his right foot, swings it to the edge of the box. Keane heads away, finds Alcaraz as well. Dwight McNeil back in the side, of course. It's not had much of an impact. Not much has come down the Everton right at the moment. And that's a poor pass from O'Brien, not helped by the fact that McNeil slipped. Arsenal recover on the halfway line. Zubimendi slows it right down. Still Declan Rice going back at the moment. A minute or so to go. The Gunners not really in danger of not leading at the break. That's a good ball into the box to Gyökeres. Shot, hold it off Tarkowski. High over the near post. All of a sudden, bit of a foray forward from Saliba, and he just ran from behind Tarkowski in front. I suppose Tarkowski's done enough to put him under pressure. Having said that, he got his shot off.
Yeah, he gets his shot off at the end, and I think you're right. He just gets there, doesn't he? He's weaving down his neck. It's a great sliding tackle to win the ball, and then Gyökeres takes his strike, so it clips up Tarkowski's heel first, then falls for Gyökeres with his strike. So it's not corner all like that. It's just great play, great defending from the skipper. Pictures of some Rooney in the stand for me. I'm sure Everton will love someone like him. Everton yet to have a shot on goal, and it's been a bit of the story of the half. It's been a little bit poor. I mean, it started well. I know penalties do change games, but before that you felt like Everton could be in it any second. Since then, they've really slipped away, and I think David Moyes, we're approaching half time with seconds away from getting
ยิงโอ้โห
Calafiori has taken maybe a knock on the head after jumping high and landing quite high on his neck, maybe even landing on his head. 4 minutes of added time already, and then this will be added on as well. Maybe a bit of whiplash, so that'll be looked at as well. Times I think David Moyes would be quite happy to have 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's 4 minutes of stoppage time, by the way, a little bit more than I thought. I'm not sure where the 4 minutes has come from. I know there's 2 VAR checks, one didn't take very long. I'm not sure the penalty took that long, but I suppose he had to announce it. Okay, we'll let that one go. Tarkowski is very frustrated with the Calafiori injury. Obviously, bring in Tarkowski because he's on a yellow card, so he can't overstep the mark. I mean, he did land awkwardly. He's jumped in the air and he's landed on his back effectively. There's none of this. His legs have cushioned the blow or whatever. Flat on his back, as Lewis alluded to, maybe a little bit of whiplash. Of course, the side trailing is going to think the worst. There's no sympathy in football. I'm not saying there should be, but there isn't. We know that. Leeds are still leading Crystal Palace by a goal to nil. Calafiori still getting treatment by the
ใครเจ็บวะเพื่อนๆโอ้โหคาราฟิลลี่เจ็บอีก
I suppose at 1-0, this game is never over. Games today, Newcastle are 2 up, drew 2-2. I know Liverpool won from 2 up, but they were playing against 9 men in the end, and they were hanging on a little bit. So 1-0 down is not the worst position to be in for a side, particularly when they haven't had a shot. 2-0, of course, is a different story, but I thought this from the off. I think Arsenal made it easy for Eric.
100%. He's not, again, as you were saying, I thought they'd come out of a bit of response after that Wolves game and go, right, we're going to make a statement because we were poor against Wolves. We're going to go out here. It's a good task on paper to go to Everton. They've been so up and down, so inconsistent this season. Calafiori's back up to his feet, but as Rob said, we've got 4 minutes of added time. We never really played it, did we? So whenever we get back underway, you almost just restart that 4 minutes from there. But I thought the goal get one, but we looked to get a second before half time, and then push even further forward. It's one kick, personal pace, Calafiori. I mean, it might be concussion protocol. I'm surprised he's still on the pitch. Grealish is smirking at something, but I just think right now, as you said, when they scored against Wolves, I know it was later on, but they were happy at 1-0. To see that kind of mentality again, even though there's one more game to go.
Drop ball, Everton back in possession. Play has resumed. Took a while until 45 and stoppage time, not playing any football, so you would think we're stopping in 4 minutes' time. Pickford is going to launch it long from left channel out to the right. It's over the head of O'Brien. Trossard's there ahead of McNeil, is able to clear, not particularly well. He's only found Tarkovsky, who fizz it to the edge of the box. The layout from Alcaraz, collected by Grealish, but it's up in the air. And I think he's just had a word with Hincapi, because Hincapi went down trying to make it as though it was a foul. It's all of a sudden got a little bit feisty between these two. It's taken a while, and maybe it was the Calafiori injury, I don't know. Tarkovsky wasn't happy about it. Another ball aimed towards Barry, nods it down. It's a fraction behind Eric Boonham. Challenge comes in from Zubimendi. Grealish keeps it alive. Eric Boonham has it, taken over by Garner. Left footy cross to the far post, looks too close to Raya. It is too close
มา
to
เพื่อน
Raya.
คุยต่อโทษเวลา4 นาทีนะครับ
By the Arsenal keeper, but first ever in attack for a while.
It was, that was really good hold-up play as well from Barry to get the game going and get that attack going, but I just think that's, if you're Arsenal, you see that. I'm not saying, oh, they're going to score next time they come forward or that, but you've just got to think, right, we need to get a second goal, we need that buffer because anything could happen. You've got the likes of Grealish in there, Barry's not been a great fan, but he finally got his goals, so we've got this high with him. I just think they've just backed off a little bit and they've become a little bit lackadaisical with what they're doing and took the tempo because I'm sure our centre at half time will be saying that to him, look, go get a second, go get a third, because at 1-0 we're not comfortable.
Everton still got a chance, still got 2 minutes of stoppage time, I reckon. Speaking of twos, Dominic Calvert-Lewin's got a second, so Leeds United very much in control of that game against Crystal Palace.
โอเคระยะเข้าไป
Themselves into, I haven't seen the game, but obviously they're worried about fatigue, and I don't think that helps psychologically. Given away by Eric Boonham to break on for Arsenal. It's 3-on-3 momentarily, and Odegaard just falls Gyökeres a little bit wide. Cross comes in. Saka with a header, who's off balance, can't control it. He's got his arms out as though that would be a penalty. He did get a little nudge from O'Brien, but again, I don't think you can expect a decision. There's not much.
ดูทรงก็น่าจะประมาณนี้แหละไม่มีอะไรมาก
Again, it's threat from Arsenal. Little bit of pace into the attack. They might not have so much time left off the stoppage time. There's meant to be a minimum of 4. We've had 5.5, but of course there's a Calafiori injury, so I'm thinking maybe 30-odd seconds or so left of that stoppage zone. Throw into Arsenal just inside the Everton half. Calafiori's going to take it down the line. O'Brien heads away. Rice gets it forward. Trossard pokes it up in the air and away from danger. Grealish
Bye.
got control though.
ไปโอเดการ์ดไปโอเดการ์ด โอ้โหจ่ายไม่ดี
Poor pass from him. And now it's Alcaraz.
โอ้โห
Barry trying to two-man
ซาก้า
Barry's possibly made the wrong run. No, he's got there ahead of Saliba. Then it was just a fraction behind him. The pass eased out of the way, and Arsenal slow it right down with no press on. Into the 7th minute of stoppage time. Referee's had a look at his watch or two. Zubimendi stood still in his own half. Nobody's closing down Declan Rice. While the referee depends on how much more he's adding on.
จบแล้วมั้งครึ่งแรกอ่ะเพื่อน
Saliba. And now all of a sudden there's a bit of pressure being applied. That's a late challenge for Merrick Boonham on Declan Rice.
ยังไม่จบอีกเหรอวะ
Players who gets to his feet very quickly. He's probably done Eric Boonham a favour there. Referee's playing for half time. I don't know if that'll be yellow carded. It deserves to be given what you get for a yellow card these days. But Declan Rice might have done him a favour. Half time at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Everton 0, Arsenal 1.
แน่นอนจริงเพื่อนซาลิบาแน่นอนจริงๆพอมีซาบาแล้วซาลิบาแล้วไม่โคตรอุ่นใจเลยเมียบอส เพื่อนจบครึ่งแรกนะครับเพื่อนๆอาร์เซนอลนะครับนำเอเวอร์ตันอยู่ 1-0 นะครับได้ประตูจากวิกเตอร์ยูคาเลสนะครับนาทีที่27นะครับทำให้ครึ่งแรกอาร์เซนอลนำ 1-0 แล้วก็กลับคะแนนแบบเรียลไทม์อาร์เซนอลกลับมาขึ้นจากฝูงอีก1ครั้งนะครับเพื่อนๆอ่ะเดี๋ยวมาดูกันว่าครึ่งหลังจะเป็นอย่างไรครับเดี๋ยวเรามาดูสถิติกันนะเพื่อนๆว่าครึ่งแรกเกิดอะไรขึ้นบ้างนะครับก็ฝั่งเจ้าบ้านนะครับเอเวอร์ตันนี่ของบอลไปทั้งหมด 35% นะครับโอกาสยิงไม่มีแม้แต่ครั้งเดียวนะครับส่วนอาร์เซนอลนะครับของบอลไปทั้งหมด 65% นะครับยิงไปทั้งหมด6ครั้งยิงเข้ากรอบครั้งเดียวก็คือลูกจุดโทษนะค่า XG ก็ 1.04 ก็ได้1ประตูนะครับอัตราการผ่านบอลนะครับของเอเวอร์ตันผ่านบอลไปทั้งหมด184ครั้งผ่านบอลสำเร็จ 77% นะครับส่วนอาร์เซนอลนะผ่านบอลไปทั้งหมด354ครั้งผ่านบอลสำเร็จ 88% นะหรือว่า312ครั้งนะครับเนี่ยครับโอกาสยิงของอาร์เซนอลนี่ก็6ครั้งเข้ากรอบครั้งเดียวเหมือนกันก็อาร์เซนอลก็ไม่ได้เล่นดีเท่าไหร่หรอกเพื่อนๆก็ยอมรับว่าอาร์เซนอลไม่ได้เล่นดีแต่คือดีอย่างหนึ่งก็คือไม่ให้เอเวอร์ตันได้ยิงเลยแม้แต่ครั้งเดียวนั้นเพื่อนเตะมูเอเวอร์ตันก็เตะไป2ครั้งอาร์เซนอลเตะครั้งเดียวเองนะครับนี่ครับก็เราไม่ได้หนีดีกว่าเท่าไหร่หรอกเพื่อนไม่ได้ดีกว่าเอเวอร์ตันเท่าไหร่หรอกก็มีจุดเปลี่ยนก็คือลูกจุดโทษนั่นแหละไม่เป็นไรเดี๋ยวรอดูครึ่งหลังนะครับว่าครึ่งหลังจะแก้เกมอย่างไรนะครับนี่ครับวิกเตอร์โยเคเลสนะครับได้1ประตูมีโอกาสยิงทั้งหมด3ครั้งนะเดแคนไลท์นะครับโอกาสยิง1ครั้งบุโกโยซาก้า1ครั้งนะครับแล้วก็ชูเบนเมนดี้1ครั้งเนี่ยครับอัตราการผ่านบอลก็เดแคนไลท์นี่ผ่านสัมผัสบอลไปทั้งหมด63ครั้งนะครับอีคาปิเย่นะ56ครั้งซาลิบา53ชูเบนเมนดี้57คาราฟิลลี่37นะครับทอสซา33เนี่ยครับเนี่ยแล้วก็คนที่สำคัญที่สุดก็เนี่ยครับเดแคนไลท์นี่การกระทำด้วยการตั้งรับนะครับเพื่อน8ครั้งเลยนะครับแย่งบอล1ครั้งเข้าแย่ง1ครั้งแล้วก็การเก็บบอล5ครั้งเคลียร์บอลไป1ครั้งนะครับซาลิบาก็เหมือนกันเพื่อนการเก็บบอลได้เคลียร์บอลได้นี่ถือว่าสุดยอดเพื่อนเนี่ยมงได้ซาลิบาเนี่ยถือว่าผมว่าซาลิบาเล่นดีแต่แคนไลท์เล่นดีกว่าเพื่อนนะชนะกันดวลนะครับบูโยซาก้านี่ชนะ4ครั้งนะครับแพ้กันดวลไป2เลี้ยงบอลสำเร็จ75% นะครับชนะการดวลบนพื้นนะ3 จาก 5ครั้งชนะการดวลอากาศ1ครั้งนะครับ 100% นะครับเนี่ยลายาไม่ได้เซฟเลย เนี่ยสัมผัสบอลในกรอบเขตโทษเนี่ยเพื่อนวิโตยูเคเรน5 ครั้งเลยถือว่าเยอะมากนะจริงๆอ่ะเยอะมากนะครับเดี๋ยวรอดูอีกทีนึงว่าครึ่งหลังจะเป็นอย่างไรนะครับโอ้ย เดี๋ยวรอดูครึ่งหลังกันนะเพื่อนครึ่งแรกอาร์เซนอลก็เดี๋ยวเพื่อนเดี๋ยวผมเปิดอันนี้ให้ดูก่อนก็ได้ตารางคะแนนแบบเรียลไทม์นะครับเพื่อนๆเนี่ยอาร์เซนอลนะครับจะกลับขึ้นไปเป็นที่1อีกครั้งนะครับถ้าสกอร์จบแบบนี้นะอาร์เซนอลจะกลับไปเป็นที่1อีกครั้งนะครับมี39 คะแนนนะครับนำซิตี้2 แต้มถ้าสกอร์จบแบบนี้นะแต่ต้องดูอีกทีหนึ่งว่าจะจบอย่างไรนะนัดต่อไปอาร์เซนอลนะครับจะเจอกับไบรตันนะครับนัดต่อไปเนี่ยนี่ครับแต่เราจะเล่นไอ้นี่ก่อนเล่นไอบอลคาราบาวคัพก่อนในคืนวันอังคารนะครับเวลาตี 3แล้วก็วันเสาร์ที่27นะครับ4 ทุ่มเจอกับไบรตันแล้วก็คืนปีใหม่เลยนะเพื่อนวันที่31ก็คือคืนวันที่30นะครับคือวันที่30จะเจอกับแอสตันวิลล่าผมทำงานวันสุดท้ายวันที่30ก็คือหยุดวันที่31ถึงวันที่4ที่ทำงานผมนะหยุด5 วัน31 1 2 3 4เปิดงานวันที่5ผมทำงานอีกประมาณอาทิตย์กว่าเนี่ยครับผมเดี๋ยวไปหาที่กางเต็นท์ที่ไหนดีนะใช่ไหมเพื่อนเราก็ไปหาที่กางเต็นท์กันวันนี้หยุดวันนี้ก็หยุดนะครับเพื่อนเพื่อนเดี๋ยวเปิดตารางคะแนนให้เพื่อนพี่ๆดูก่อนอย่างว่าอาร์เซนอลเราไม่เล่นไม่ค่อยดีเท่าไหร่โอกาสยิงตรงกรอบครั้งเดียวเองนัดเนี้ยก็คือลูกจุดโทษของวิกเตอร์ยูเคเรสเดี๋ยวต้องดูอีกทีหนึ่งว่าครึ่งหลังจะแก้เกมยังไงนะเพื่อนมีทั้ง ตัวสำรองเราเหรอ ตัวสำรองเราเนี่ยกาเบรียลเจซุสกาเบรียลมาเตลี่มาดูเอเก้มิเกลโมเรโนเอเซ่นอกาดโหตัวสำรองเราบานเพื่อนๆอยู่ที่ว่าเราจะเปลี่ยนใครลงเท่านั้นเองใช่ไหมเพื่อนเดี๋ยวว่ากันเพื่อนขอเข้าห้องน้ำก่อนช่วงนี้ช่องผมก็ไม่แปลกหรอกเพื่อนคนดูน้อยโดนปิดกั้นการมองเห็นนะเพื่อนทำไงได้ เพื่อนเดี๋ยวรอลุ้นครึ่งหลังนะกินก่อนหิวรอแป๊บนึงนะเพื่อน มาเพื่อนครึ่งหลังมาแล้ว
Well, it's a warm welcome back to this evening's independent off-tube studio commentary of all the action from the hill at Dickinson Stadium as Everton host Arsenal in Premier League action, and it's the Gunners who are leading 1-0 against the Toffees thanks to Victor Gyökeres penalty. He absolutely smashed it home, did the Swede. Everton are coming forward here early on in the second half, ball in behind. Zupermendi has to deal with it. Won't go out though only as far as a throw-in, and we know that Jacob Bryan has quite a mighty throw on him, does the fullback. So it will already be an early set-piece opportunity, if you will, for Everton. He put one in earlier, and it came off the head of Tarkovsky and forced a corner for Everton. Pushing and shoving early on, O'Brien right into the near post, nodded on, into Tino Barry, striker goal. Questions and shouts for handballs from Alcaraz and as well as James Garner. Very half-hearted. The referee I think is going to have a stop of play.
เพื่อนๆอีกคู่หนึ่งนะครับเพื่อนๆลีดนี่นำคิสตันพาเลต 2-0 นะเฮ้ยเป็นไปได้เหรอคิสตันพาเลตโดนนำเหมือนเพื่อน
Alcaraz who drives in and strikes it a goal. I think it doesn't come off the arm of Timber, but I don't think it's going to be given, excuse me, as a handball. Let's have a look at it and go from there. No substitutions at half-time. That's exactly how we started and ended the first half, but that's Victor Gyökeres penalty strike from a Sporting and Coventry man. That's been the difference maker so far. Corner whipped in, Jacob Bryan goes up to block it as if it's Victor Wembanyama. It's the corner. I don't know what was going through the Everton fullback's mind. And then Calafiori, it was also probably taking the header off the Italians. Italians header was an opportunity from the corner. We know that Arsenal are king of set pieces, of course. Gyökeres stepped up, dispatched it. It's Gunners 1, Toffees 0 coming into the second half. Just have it outside their own penalty area. Do the Gunners? Just have
ก็โดนแขนพวกมึงเองอ่ะ
no subs, as I said at half-time. It's Pickford in goal for the host. A back four of O'Brien, skipper Tarkovsky on the yellow card. Keelan Mikolenko, Garner and running two midfielders. Neil Alcaraz and Grealish. Tino Barry, the only leading striker for the host. It's Raya in goal for the Gunners. He's on the ball right now, just inside his penalty area. Back four of Timber, Saliba, Capier and Calafiori. Midfield three of Rice, Zupermendi and Odegaard. Forward three of Saka, Gyökeres and Trossard. Ahead at half-time in away games. Arsenal in the last 34, not one, 26. Ball into the box. It's a packed penalty area. Takes a deflection off Rice's head. Falls for Tarkovsky. He swings the ball into the box. Heads go up again. Alcaraz, I believe he was the one to head it onto goal. Right,
โอ้ย
will have it. The sophomore is after it. Drawn by Rob Eddy takes you through all the action of this second half of independent off-tube studio commentary. Everton against Arsenal. Rob, we thought Arsenal would maybe push on after a goal if and when it came, of course, came for the penalty spot. I've been a little bit disappointed with them that they haven't maybe gone and push on, but who knows, in the second half that might be where they've really up the gears, go get second and third and put Everton with a nail in the coffin and finish it off.
Yeah, and obviously there's a chance that Everton might invite that sort of counter because they might press a little bit more. I mean, I would say Arsenal have been in control of the game, but it's one of those games where you think, I'm not really picking out a man of the match because they're just doing enough. And Everton aren't really so after 49 minutes, I'm not thinking an Arsenal player has really stood out because, you know, as a collective, they're better than Everton. They lead 1-0 thanks to a penalty, which was really inexplicable defending. Hands went up. It's not as if they carved them open. Yes, they've had a couple of other chances, but it's one of those games where, as I say, nobody stood out for me yet. And obviously the second half might be a different story. Everton need to push out at some point. I think it's been quite aggressive, their start, compared to the first half. Garner's just been dispossessed after he tried a nutmeg, but I think it's been quite aggressive from them in the early stages. But here go Arsenal.
Down the line into the path of Gyökeres, going to drive drive into the penalty area, continues to go, great defending from Keaton Tarkowski, rolls into the arms of Pickford there. Gyökeres almost lost his balance, so he almost got caught in sandwich between the Everton skipper and Keane. It was a lovely ball on the outside of the right boot from the Belgians to find Gyökeres. Gets his head up, Saka's there and Odegaard's there, just drives in on his own and he makes a bit of a meal of trying to win a penalty, just trying to almost bring the ball now. Rice runs it forward into Gyökeres. Trossard will switch the play wide to Saka. He was very quiet in that first half of Saka. Uses it forward, play back to Saka. Chance to strike at goal. Off the line by, I think it was Michael. Beaten Pickford. Whether it's off the line, I'd say a few yards off the line. But it was on target just behind Pickford. It was on target. It was Tarkowski, the skipper.
ไปแล้วยูเคเลสไป เอ้าโอ้โห
Yeah, again, it's Timber creating the space, but they worked it well. They have worked well when they've tried. Arsenal, Saka and Timber, those two specifically, they just haven't done it enough for my liking. They win, but again, that's what's happened. The overlap, long ball downfield. Raya's actually outside of his area as he heads clear. Trossard should keep it in inside the Arsenal half, and it does. But yeah, I just think they're
เฮ้ย
playing.
สวยเอา
I have to say.
เอาสกายยิงโอ้โหเฮีย
Made a mess of it last week against Wolves. I mean, they could have been more dominant if they tried, though. They've just given it away. Barry into the box. Is he clipped by Hincapié? The referee might have given a goal kick. There's a smile on the face. Zubamendi getting back. Is it a sheepish smile? I don't know. It was Zubamendi, not Hincapié. But he hasn't won the ball. By the same token, I don't think he's got that much of the man.
Well, it might even be the connection and how he meets him. David Moyes might be outside the area. Is where he fouls him. If it is a foul, the referee hasn't given anything as Robson. He's given a goal kick, so I think it would be quite soft. But also, if you're asking for a penalty, it wasn't a penalty. It was outside the area where he would have been committing the foul, if you will. But the goal kick, Arsenal lose the ball out for a throw in on the left-hand side. Tim before he kept playing, kept running away, and was almost brought down there by.
ไม่ชิบหาย
Tried to bring you down just above 7, pushing 8 minutes into the second half. It's Everton 0, Arsenal 1. Throwing on the left-hand side, knocked down by Barry, intercepted well by Rice, and Saka wins.
ไม่โดนด้วยเวน
Holds it up decently well. Odegaard plays it to Rice, now driving forward. Arras on the left-hand side to come down to Ori. A bit more central on fair. He's overlapping. Out though to Jack Grealish, who now plays a really poor ball down the line to his overlapping fullback in Mikolenko. Miscommunication out for another goal kick for Arsenal. He's livening up a little bit into the game. Poor pass there from Saliba to play into the pass of Barry. Back, I think if they want a penalty, I think just outside the area. If it makes the foul, if it will by, I don't think Barry may even clip his own heels off the surface, maybe.
No, I mean, the problem there is he's last man, so potentially it's a red card. I mean, it was a good intercept, poor pass from Saliba, a good intercept. But, I mean, I don't think it's great from Zubamendi because he's not winning the ball, and it's almost a half-hearted attempt to try and pretend you're not fouling somebody and you just happen to have missed them. Another player would have made the contact a little bit more obvious or better. I don't think it's great defending. I'm not saying it's a foul in any way, but I don't think it's great defending because he has motion to make the tackle. It's just not a very good one. That's all. And for the first time, they've got a Barry exposed one-on-one with Zubamendi, who's playing catch-up. So if he rides the challenge, he's in the box shooting. Maybe he should have thought about that and just stayed on his feet. But yeah, they were a little bit exposed. That was sloppy really from the pass from Saliba, which caused the problem.
What wasn't good from Saliba, and again, it was, even though he's trying to pick out, couldn't really tell you who the pass was for. It was just really quite clumsy playing out from the back there from Saliba. It's quite frantic in the middle of the field at the moment with just balls going between the two sides. Arteta, as ever, he's always animated sidelines, continuing to do so. He's always going to do that. Elsewhere, the only other game, of course, on 8 o'clock. Got 2 games on the service fee right now in the Premier League. United just about to go the hour mark there. They're a little bit in front of us. 2-0 the Whites are leading against the Eagles. The Calvert-Lewin brace in the first. That would be a big 3 points for Leeds. Being pressed at the back there is Grealish by Timber. Timber has been latched on that to throw forward. As well as Tarkovsky's on a yellow card, the Swedish forward's now on a yellow card, and I more say it's well, of course it's still a yellow card. Pickford's going off to get it and kicks it away to stop Everton trying to quickly get back on the ball. If I'm Everton from a cynical point of view, I'll maybe try and wind him up and maybe do get him a second yellow card.
Yeah, no, I'm sure he's canny to all that kind of stuff. I mean, if I'm the manager, I'm fining the week's wages absolutely needless. It's a free kick inside the Everton half. Why picking up a yellow card as the shot comes in? I think the referee's already blown for a foul. Alcaraz pulled the trigger, but I think the referee had blown for a foul. It was a long ball into the box. Barry's
ไอ้
actually
เว้ยเพื่อนเอาโอ้โห
the referee's given the
ฟาวอีก อะไรวะ
foul for Arsenal. Yeah, Barry and Saliba battling away for the ball. I mean, Saliba's won the ball. Barry's put his leg there. I don't know why he's clutching his face. Looking at a replay. I think Saliba's kicked the underside of Barry's legs. Having said that, I'm not sure Barry touched the ball. You know these penalties have been given. I personally don't think it is a penalty. It's a bouncing ball with 2 flailing legs are going at it. Barry's making this. I mean, he's definitely kicked the back of Barry before he's got anywhere near the ball. He hasn't got the ball. I don't think it's a penalty, but VAR's going to take a look for sure, and they might well give it.
We've seen these given. We've seen the exact penalties given. Referee is Samuel Barrett. Referee he hasn't motioned that he's off to the monitor yet, so I don't think he's having a look at it.
ง่วงแล้วเพื่อนไลฟ์มึงแต่4 ทุ่ม เปล่าอะไรก่อนไอ้เหี้ย
Barry gets kicked and then he almost flies off the floor with his standing foot as well. Saliba doesn't win the ball. We've seen him give him. We're still not got any inclination of whether the referee's going to the VAR or we're going to monitor what he said. It's the murky waters of we've seen them given. I'm surprised he hasn't at least gone to the monitor if I'm honest.
Yeah, I mean, VAR's obviously made the decision. Leeds have got a third, by the way. Ethan Ampadu has got a third for Leeds, so they're 3-0 up over Crystal Palace, who played on Thursday and they're playing Arsenal on Tuesday. Caught in a tricky spell. I'm just thinking, in fact, that third Leeds goal has just gone to VAR as well. I'm thinking they've had a look at a replay, and it depends what the argument will be. I can't for the life of me work out what reasoning they're going to give. It'll be one thing one week, a different thing another week. The fact of the matter is Barry has got his leg above Saliba. Barry's touched the ball. Saliba's kicked the back of Barry's leg. They're both dangling in the air. Barry's made a meal of it. But I know that penalty will get given in another game. We remember the penalty that Arsenal got against Leeds. There was a slight touch on a foot of Max Dowman. I don't know whether it's because he's 15 that they thought that's dangerous play. They gave a penalty and it's minimal contact. This is minimal contact. Yes, they haven't given a penalty. What is the argument? VAR officials will tell you one thing. Next week it'll be a natural coming together. Next week, oh, it's dangerous play. They don't make their mind up. There's no consistency. I'm surprised it's not given. To be honest, I'm just saying, as a referee, I wouldn't have given it.
No, I agree with you, but you're spot on. That's where the problem is, isn't it? That let's say a week today on Saturday we've got another busy weekend of Premier League football. That could happen. It could be Friday on a Boxing Day at Old Trafford when United Newcastle. It could happen then, and it's given. And as you say, that's where the inconsistency comes into play. The free kick's been given for Barry inside the Arsenal half. Raya comes to claim it quickly, tries to play it out. So I think the hold up play from Cockroach can kick out as well from Raya, and he brings it down well, but just too many blue jerseys get back to help out. Ryan at the back there, and Everton have the ball. Once again, just over an hour played. It's Everton 0, Arsenal 1. Gyökeres's penalty in the first half, difference maker so far. Let's see what the rest of the game has in the closing stage. But they're in the closing stage. Well done. Midfield plays it wide to Grealish. Really involved as the game as the Manchester City man. Arsenal is easily dispossessed as well there by Saka. Plays it into Odegaard. There's space if they want to go quickly here. Into Rice. Timber tries to play quickly to Saka. That's a good tackle from Keane, but it goes as far out for a throw-in, so he doesn't win the ball back. Return on the shoulder there by Saka. Sprays the ball to Trossard on the left-hand side. Coming quickly into the area. Fakes it back on his left. Ball into the back six. Timber's there. Puts it back into a dangerous area. Only back to Timber. Into the area it goes. Headed away by Tarkowski. Grealish takes a heavy touch in his own penalty area. Get to clear their own lines of Everton, and now Grealish will thump his boot through it. Looking for Barrett. Tries to nod it down to his teammate Alcaraz, but Everton can't get out of their own first third of them. Flying forward here into the box. Saka goes for a striker goal. Blocked away by Tarkowski. It's so deep right now. They just can't get out of their own area. Mikalenko will boot it away up to Barrett, but again they need to push out quicker because they just can't get out at the moment.
Bye.
Forward with Barden with Supermendi to Timber. And as you said, Robert not being impressed by any particular. I think Timber's Calafiore. Supermendi out to Trossard on the left-hand side.
สวยทอดซาไป
Go for a shot at goal. Instead,
เอา
rolling over into Odegaard.
โอ้โห
See as well, maybe not the possible lead. United have a fourth goal. Update on that if that does come. Pass Trossard. Left-hand side. Arsenal really high in Everton's area, but a lot of blue jerseys there defending deep and frustrating Arsenal. They do have a 1-0 lead. Will that be enough though is the question.
Oh.
Can be just stood on
Oh.
the Everton. If you're not going to come out to us, we will just hold the ball. We could do that for half an hour and we're going to come away with all 3 points. And it is because Arsenal have the lead and have the ball. It is up to Everton to take it to them more than what they're doing.
Well, I mean, that's a matter of opinion. If I'm Arsenal fan, I'm thinking, why don't we make a statement, win the game? Attacking players will think we're providing entertainment. They want protection for the star players because they're entertainers. If you're stood there on the halfway line not doing anything, you're not entertaining anybody. So it's an argument that there's all sorts of arguments that you could do. And yes, you are right, Everton have got to push the game, but I don't see why Arsenal have to stop losing and wait to be challenged to actually try and do something with the ball. That smacks to me of insecurity. It certainly isn't arrogance because there's ways of keeping the ball a lot more flair-filled than what they're doing. And when they do come forward, they look dangerous. So I don't understand why they're playing with the shackles on. They're not right now. Declan Rice is driving full. Could be an opportunity for Leandro Trossard. Goes for the curler. Hits the outside of the woodwork. That's how they can do it, Arsenal. Maybe he should have scored.
ต้องเปลี่ยนตัวแล้วอนอน
Denied by the woodwork. It was the outside of the post. Got away
เอ
from
ส่ง
the
เอ
throw-in.
เซ่ลงก่อนเลย
Get it
เพื่อน
started down the right.
โอดิการ์ดกูมันเงียบเกินไปว่ะเพื่อนเอาจริงเอาเอเซ่ลงเรือ
Space. It was a lovely way to
นี่ครับ
pass.
เจสุส
All
มาแล้ว
Trossard had to do was just stroll onto it and go for the far post. He didn't quite curl it enough. Could have been 2.
He's too straight there, you're right. He's trying to curl it. Unfortunately, doesn't get the curl on it. He hits it a little bit too straight. I mean, if that goes 2-0, 2-0's not the end of the world with 30 minutes to go, but again, maybe that's that's where Everton open up a little bit more, and then Arsenal look to come forward to add more goals to the game. Arsenal are going to make a change. Everton are as well with Beto coming on in a moment, but Arsenal are going to make a change. It's going to make a change for both teams. And the strikers for both teams. Gyökeres is going to come off. Gabriel Jesus is going to come onto the field.
เอา เอายิงโอ้โหชนเสา
In the end, it's striker for striker. Gyökeres off, and Jesus on. Tieno Barry off, and Beto on. So it's not a change of tactic. It's not Beto going on with Barry.
โอ้โหชนเสาทอซ่าไหลให้สวยจัดทอซ่ายิงออกเฉยเลยอ่ะ
Fresh legs, just keep it.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure I'd have taken Barry off. You know, he's quite a tall player. He's physical. He wins headers. I don't think Beto does so as cleanly. Maybe he's tired. I don't know. Obviously, he's been a fixture, Barry. I just think.
นะครับโยเคเลสออกครับกาเบรียลเจซุสลงนะครับแล้วก็แบรี่ออกเบโต้ลงนะครับเพื่อน
Seen a lot of the ball in the second half, near in the halfway line, and he's been caught a couple of times. Dwight McNeil's been intermittent. They're a bit too.
มาแล้วครับเพื่อน
It's a bit harsh.
ๆตรงหน้าหมายเลข9ของพวกเรา
You take him off. If you're going to be positive now, maybe he'd have run it. I mean, obviously David Moyes knows his team better than I do. I just always find it harsh. I mean, Gyökeres hasn't done an awful lot. I'd have to say he scored a penalty. Hasn't done an awful lot otherwise. Maybe that's right to mix it up. I mean, looking at a replay, Arsenal have stopped the play because Saka's gone down. His foot might have been trodden on, but this is your problem with football. He didn't get the free kick, but he stopped the play, and this is what Arsenal do. It's the dark arts. Win from set pieces, kill time when they're in front. Maybe there was a tangle of legs. Maybe he got trod on by Jack Grealish, but it's a tread at walking pace, and the game has been stopped. If I'm Everton now, I wouldn't give Arsenal the ball back, and I'd teach them a lesson. But you know, Everton probably give Arsenal the ball back.
อ๋อชิบหายแล้วไงเพื่อน
Tarkowski, who is going to play it back to Arsenal. He's going to go all the way back to the goalkeeper. I said, you're right. So Saka plays a pass, and again, you're right. It's a walking pace. Grealish goes in to win the ball, misses the ball, and stamps on Saka.
น่าจะโดนเหยียบ
It's going to be a bit painful, but it's not free kicks. Nothing like that. Nothing malicious. It's just Grealish planting his foot, and it's unfortunate for Saka. It'd be a bit of a stinger. I won't say it's not going to hurt, but it won't hurt as much as I thought maybe Saka was leading on there. Tarkowski though gets the ball for Everton. Looks to go long for Beto to get involved, so straight into the arms of Raya. He's going to roll it out quickly. He's going to throw it out quickly, I should say, to Declan Rice. Of course, just a few minutes ago, as Rob said, that massive chance for Trossard. I thought that was in the back of the net as soon as Rice played that ball over to him. Lovely ball from Calafiore to Saka. So the overlapping run of Odegaard plays it to the edge of the area. So Mendy's running onto it off the post, and it falls for Odegaard, who is in an offside position. So in the last, let's say, 3 or 4 minutes, Arsenal have hit the post twice. The Trossard one was more of an opening goal, and I think he's going to do better. Zupermendi, it's a lovely pass from Odegaard back to Zupermendi. Strikes off almost the side of the post. But again, Arsenal are opening Everton up a little bit more now. The only question would be, if they don't get that second, Everton might get a bit of confidence that, well, we're still in this because Arsenal haven't finished it off.
Yeah, well, they've got to get the second. I mean, Burnley got an equaliser in the 90th minute today, and I believe that was their first shot. So they got an equaliser, so they need a second goal. I think Grealish has done just about enough. And there's a potential that Zupermendi takes a touch and Grealish slides into him and it's a penalty. But the fact that he's sliding, it's a kind of a hurried shot, and he couldn't wait for it. He probably needed to wait for it a fraction of a second longer. And then it might be the other side of the post. So I think Grealish has done a decent
ยิง
job.
โอ้โหชนเสาอีกแล้วโอ้โห
Sliding challenges in his own box. They're not helping themselves at the moment.
ชนเสาอีกแล้ว
A little bit unlucky in the sense that they've hit the woodwork twice now in 2 minutes. But we're talking about it. I mean, it's 1-0. This game could be anybody's. 70 minutes on the clock. They were 1-0 up against Wolves at this time last week, and Wolves don't score a goal, and then they did. So
โอ้โห2 เสาแล้วอ่ะจะชนเสาอะไรไม่บ่อยวะ
late goal.
โอ้โหเพื่อน
Spanner in the works and free kick for Everton about to come on the right hand side. Garner's going to whip it in, so it's a chance. So it's a left boot of McNeil, it's a right boot of Garner. That'll be a spanner in the works where the Toffees grab a goal. I'm sure David Raya would love that clean sheet, but Garner whips the ball into the box, heads go up, Beto nods it on, but way by Calafiori, Michelenko heads it back in, or boots it back in, I should say, Keane nods it on. Right, quickly knocked down, have a throw out to Saka, lovely first touch and forward, come Arsenal into the path of Jesus, so a runner in Odegaard on the right hand side, he uses his skipper, back to Rice on the left hand side, pokes it through into Saka, back heel into the path of Rice, takes that run a little bit.
โอ้ยลูกเดียวก็ไม่ใช่ว่าดีนะสำหรับอาร์เซนอลเนี่ย
Rice just, he didn't make that run in, he saw it a little bit late, but what Saka was trying to do was a good idea and good move, but still Arsenal have the ball with Timber on the right. Jesus, with run to of Odegaard, still has it. Passed into the path of Saka, he takes it away from Timber. He'll go on for a throw in there, miscommunication. Timber was running, both running onto it, fell more kind of for the right foot of Timber as well. Saka gets in the way of the route for a goal kick. 71 minutes on the clock, we're halfway through the second half of football at Hill Dickens to the stadium. It's independent, off-the-shoot studio commentary of this clash. It's Everton 0, Arsenal 1, take it to full time, pass up to Rob.
yeah, cheers, Lewis. Arsenal controlling the game in many ways. Now threatening the second goal. Into the 72nd minute. Still changes could be made by both sides. Plenty of them. So one each with 2 number 9s going onto the field. Of course, not often you see that. Usually a number 9 starting a game, but they both come off the bench. Jesus and Beto. Everton have a little bit of possession on the left-hand side. For me, I think Grealish is playing a bit too deep for the Toffees at the moment. He goes long looking for Beto. It's not a
เอ้ามาแย่งกันเองอีกไอ้เฮียทิมเบอร์กับซาก้า
from behind. No, he's dispossessed. That was sloppy again from Saliba. Beto has it, admittedly coming away from goal, but it's Toffee possession in a central position now with Tarkovsky. McNeil comes short. The width is being provided by O'Brien. The latter found back to McNeil. He's going to cross it high and hanging. David Wright comes. David Wright collects. Oh, then he's trying to bowl it out. It's blocked by Michelenko, I think. It's actually fallen kindly for Arsenal. I don't know if the referee would have given him a free kick had it gone to an Everton player, but Arsenal have it on the halfway line with Odegaard. And now it's Rice passing back to Zubamendi. A little bit sloppy, Arsenal. Keep talking about it. Saliba again caught in possession. Just deal with it.
Yeah, he's taking his time, isn't he? I think he's got the think he thinks. He's got a lot more time than he wants. Well, that's a good tackle. Jesus has stayed down. He's got more of a stinger. It's a great tackle, though, from the Everton midfielder. He's had a good game, I think, for Everton, especially coming in. He's been in and out of the squad just a years, as well as in Doyle in Wales for the AFCON. So there's a bit of a slot open up in the middle, of course, as well. Slot open up on the wings as well. Looks like Devlin's ready to come on as well. But you're right, they just look very similar to Wolves. I think they looked a little bit off the pace in Arsenal, as you said. Maybe it's just fatigue factor. I mean, they've had a full week for this, so I don't think we can really call it fatigue. But here, Everton are open now. Odegaard to Saka. Here come the Gunners.
Down the right hand side with Saka. Only Trossard's up with him at the moment. He's going into the box. Step over. Double ricochet. I think it's rebounded off Keane, off Saka behind for a goal kick. Big pat at the backs from Jordan Pickford for Keane. Not a stronger foot, the right, of course, and I don't think it was a particularly clean strike, but you never quite know inside the area what might happen. Pickford hasn't actually made a save yet, I don't think, in the contest. Obviously, he didn't get close to the penalty, but he's not exactly been keeping Everton in this.
ลูกเดียวมันก็อะไรเนาะเพื่อนๆไม่ใช่ว่าดีเลยนะ
Arsenal as an attacking force. So I'm saying this when Arsenal, of course, have struck the woodwork twice. So been a little bit unlucky, but they are still leading. 16 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Ball at the feet of David Ryan. Beto will close him down. He's forward to Zubamendi in the D. Grealish is trying to put him under.
สวยไปแล้วซาก้าไปซาก้าไป
There's a bit of a higher
Oh,
pressure from office, and it does force an errant pass. Excuse me. Brian collects on the right, tries to beat two. Trossard, the second of those two, slides the ball into touch, throw into Everton, and a chance to make those changes. I wouldn't be surprised if Dwight McNeil goes off. I would be surprised if it was Grealish. McNeil is making way. Dibbling is coming on in his place. And the other change is Alcaraz being replaced by a roll. So those are the two changes. Grealish is staying on. If I'm David Moyes, I'm saying, Grealish, Jack, stay higher up the field. We'll risk a second. You're too deep. We'll risk conceding a second. We'll see how it pans out. What do you make of the changes?
I think the positive ones. I mean, they're kind of like life, obviously, aren't they? Attacking midfield, dribbling a wing up. But you are right with Grealish. It's almost that he wants to get that involved. He's coming so deep, isn't he? You stay up there. Garner and Eric Bunnan are going to do the running for you. They're going to be the ones who get back. That's why they're deeper. You stay up there and you get crossed in the box and don't be knackered from running up from the bottom of the field and come forward with it. But again, that's fresh legs in an area, as you said, about a press high up. When you've got Roland Diblin coming on, that means you've got higher, fresh players onto the pitch, haven't you? So they can press a little bit more. Fresh legs, and maybe that's the idea with the forward changes.
40 minutes to go, plus stoppage time. Not sure there'll be that much as things stand. I'm waiting for the time wasted to start, I have to admit, as it's hit long by Tarkovsky. Roll flicks up in the air. Beto is trying to make it stick. He's got players around him. Eventually, it hit his knee, and went to Zubamendi, put it away into touch. That looked dangerously foul throw, but it's allowed to stand. Mikalenko, Everton in possession. All of a sudden there's a bit more energy about them, and it does make you think that's how they wanted to play the game. Still be in it after 75 minutes, and then we'll push for us whatever we can get, because they haven't been overly committed to getting a goal. Not sure when their first shot came in, but it was probably in the latter stages of the first half. Mentioned Jordan Pickford hasn't had an awful lot to do. Raya's had less.
Crosses, hasn't he, as the Spaniards? Not been too much. He's had one shot on target. The two on target for Arsenal, you say one was Gyökeres beating Pickford, and then the second was Pickford was beaten and was turned off the line almost by Tarkovsky. So, at least I think Everton, you're right, I think they're probably right. We've got maybe, right, we're only one down, 15-20 minutes without any time and stuff. Let's give it a go now. Let's go for goal. We'll put a cross in now.
Cross into the box. Not sure it came off. Might have been Saliba. Could have been rolled. It's
เอาเพื่อนมาแค่ลูกเดียวนั่นดิพี่จักรินเอ้ยแม่งลูก2จะมาหลายทีมันไม่มาดิพี่จักรินตอนนี้เครียดอยู่เดี๋ยวพี่14นาทีลุ้นเหนียวอีกโดนยิงไปปั้งจบเลยต้องเปลี่ยนตัวแล้วอ่ะทางนอนอ่ะเอาโอเดการ์ดออกเถอะโอเดการ์ดมันเล่นไม่ดีแล้วอ่ะเพื่อนเอาเอเซ่ลงเถอะ
stats that matter, regardless of whether the Gunners have hit the woodwork twice and cleared sort of off the line with the keeper beaten. They've certainly had the better of the possession, not quite as one-sided as I thought it might be. 64-36 at this stage.
เอาเพื่อน
It's not quite that specifically in the second half. 61-39. Just never really thought Everton putting Arsenal under that much pressure. They have had a penalty shout themselves.
โอเคไม่มีไรเอาเว้ย
AN other referee might have given it on another day. Another VAR reviewer. Certainly contact. I don't want to talk it up, but I just know it would have been given. Timber is the option down the right hand side. Good pass.
น่าจะเอาเอเซ่เป็นตัวจริงมากกว่าโอเดการ์ดใช่พี่โอเดการ์ดไม่ไหวว่ะโอเดการ์ดเล่นไม่ดีเลยจ่ายบอลทำอะไรไม่ได้สร้างความแตกต่างให้เท่าไหร่แล้วอ่ะต้องพักก่อนไอ้โอเดการ์ดอ่ะเป็นกัปตันทีมก็ต้องพัก
Change being made by the Gunners now.
นั่นหนึ่ง
It's not an unusual one. Leandro Trossard got the nod today. He's been replaced by Martinelli. Very much like for like.
Yeah, it's more fresh legs for a counter attack as well, isn't it? The Brazilian coming on. I mean, again, going back to the Wolves game last week, he did absolutely nothing, did Martinelli, didn't he? And then as soon as you're about to take it off, he took on 2 or 3 players, got down the byline and had that shot that went wide. So he will keep that Everton defence a little bit honest. It almost is Tarkowski and Keane. Garner's sitting a bit deeper and everyone else.
สวยทิมเบอร์ไปโอ้โหดูดิไอ้ยี่โดนทิมเบอร์ออกหลังอีกโอ้
They will want a second because at the moment he's still quite up for grabs.
Burnham and Rice. Well, they're both sliding in and they both get up.
แล้วกาเบรียลเตลลี่ครับลงแทนทอสซาแล้วครับเพื่อน
Back in their own half. Nice to see a physical challenge. Both players up for it. As Arsenal have it deep inside their own half now. Martinelli might have just got a nudge from O'Brien in the back. It's cleared long by Saliba. Tarkowski ahead of Jesus. And he will cushion it back to Pickford, who plays it up towards the halfway line. It's wide of Grealish. They won't make it stick this time. Gunners have it back inside their own half. And we'll try and come again. Second goal now is likely to kill the game off, regardless of the late drama that many Premier League games see these days. A second goal for a defence as good as Arsenal's, and they have been good today as well. I have to say, when they've needed to be. David Raya hasn't had too much to do, and oh, that's sloppy. I think this is complacency in a way. Saliba's been caught in possession. It was a kind of a dummied pass and then a no-look pass. Nkapie's caught on his heels. It's not to his feet. It's gone out for a throw-in. A throw-in out of nothing.
And a real throw as well. So it'll cause a lot of chaos in the penalty area. O'Brien's put a good 3-4 in so far this evening. And they've all been really good quality ones. It's about what they can do in the box. And as you say, a bit of
เพื่อน10 นาทีสุดท้าย
O'Brien, well, he's played it straight to Nkapie. Nobody's challenging Nkapie. It's slightly miscued clearance. Apologies, nearly out of the hiccups there. But it's not a great pass from Eric Burnham either. And Arsenal do counter with Martinelli. There's an opportunity there for the top. It didn't quite make the best of it. And the Gunners going to take as much time off the clock. They have been doing various points throughout the game, not just this half. Quite controlled in possession, can be at walking pace. Be stationary, but when they do go forward, Everton at times have struggled to keep a lid on them, but still in with a shout of getting a positive result from the contest. They need the ball back though, and at the moment Arsenal are knocking it around quite well. David Raya 10 yards outside his box is stood on the ball, but Roll is pressing, Beto isn't. Eventually Roll is joined by Garner, forces something of a hurry up, but David Raya quite composed, even despite his little gaffe moments ago.
ไปครับไปมาเดลี่ไป
To the halfway line, headed back, picked up by Rice though. The second ball's going the way of the Gunners. Too much for Everton to build any kind of momentum. Again, it's probably Arsenal looking the more likely, certainly now with the ball at Saka's feet, plays it into the box to Timber, does really well to hold it up, offloads to Martin Odegaard, right at the D, can't get the shot off, Rice is in support behind, played out to Timber now, back on the touchline, Odegaard just inside, Everton again stood off, they're happy for Arsenal to have it, I don't understand with time running out, Zubimendi brings it forward down the left channel, Jesus offering the width, Martinelli's in the middle at the moment. Zubimendi 25 yards out, squares to Saliba. They certainly are not in a rush to pull the trigger, Arsenal. They're quite happy to have the ball. Odegaard, was he fouled? No, says the referee. And there's a chance for Roll to bring it clear. And he's trying to show Zubimendi a clean pair of heels. He's only got Beto ahead of him. Dibbling is arriving. I mean, it's walking place. Look at Everton attacking now. They're walking forward. There's 6 minutes left.
There's loads of time to ball pass from Roll as well. And again, it's only if this is 2 or 3-0 and you're down, you have that feeling of defeat, don't you? David Moyes on the sidelines, but we're only 1-0 down. That's got to give you a little bit of motivation.
เอาหน่อยเว้ยอาร์เซนอลสักลูกไป
Arsenal have looked very complacent at the back, as you've already spoken about, and with it only being 1-0, they haven't finished you off yet. And what they might do in the next 3 or 4 minutes, but it's still 1-0. Forward, and by going forward, you can see in a second, you're only losing 1-0 anyway. used to the Arsenal players closing them down, but then when they hit on the counter, they're ever so slow, as you say.
Yeah, it's a little bit prehistoric from my thinking. If I'm Everton right now, Arsenal are knocking it around as if time's running out. I would go and kick somebody. I'd hurry them up.
เอาหน่อยเว้ยอาร์เซนอล
Challenge. Make it spiky. Get in their faces. I just think it's been too passive. There's only 5 minutes left now. There's still only 1-0 down.
มาดริด2-0นะครับจากท่าประธานหวยเป้โหดจัด
Now is the time to try and make something happen. That's great footwork in the end from Ghana. The pass not so good, although Beto is outnumbered by 2 Arsenal defenders. And Saliba is a pretty good one. His pass back to David Raya was almost blocked by Beto, but it is eventually worked back to the gunner keeper. And Calafiori has it. Roll is pressing Calafiori, then Nketiah. Now it's back at David Raya. Will float it out to the right-hand side. Timber's being closed down. Finds Saka though. This is of course the danger. Arsenal, I might be a little bit critical of their attitude, but there's certainly no doubt in their talent on the ball, and they can pass it around when they want to. Declan Rice is just bitten off more than he could chew. Challenge comes in from Eric Bonham, ignored Calafiori to his outside. Dibbling is now trying
5 นาทีสุดท้าย
He's just outnumbered by first Calafiori, then Rice getting back, but it is a throw-in to Everton on the halfway line. And this game's not over yet. Maybe finally Everton have decided we're going to have to go for it.
Yeah, we're going to have to. We're in front of our own fans. They're going to cheer them on, aren't they? So, yeah, let's give it a go instead of being quite passive with it. Really now trying to press down Timber. He's got to press it down in his own full-back position. That's stayed a little bit further forward, hasn't it? Yeah, look, you're going to give up space to Arsenal. That hopefully creates a bit of space for you here because they're going to be sacking down the right.
Right-hand side taking on Mikalenko. He goes round Mikalenko. He's still going. He goes round Keane as well. Is there a touch on the ball or the player? The referee's pointed to a corner kick. So Keane just on the stretch has managed to get a toe, and of course VAR will take a look. Saka, great little bit of pace. A replay. I don't think it's a penalty, and I don't think it's a corner actually. I think Saka has. I think it's come off him last. There won't be in a rush to take the corner. It is Arsenal after all.
อาร์เซนอลจะเปลี่ยนตัวนะเพื่อนดูว่าใครจะลง เอเซ่ลงเฮ้อโอดิการ์ดออกไปโอดิการ์ดเล่นห่วยสุดแล้วในเกมลุกอ่ะโอดิการ์ดกัปตันแต่ก่อนผมชอบคุณมากนะ
This will help them from a corner, we'll say that much. They're making a change. Odegaard coming off and Marino coming on to play, finding a bit more physical player. David Moyes, you can see him in the background. He's happy about something. It's the placing of the substitution. I'm not too sure, but look, this is where Arsenal can do what they do.
จากการบอกกูทำทุกอย่างแล้ว
Pretty lacklustre in this second half, well, in the first half, but they get a corner later on. They might have a second here, and that'll be game done. But I'm assuming Everton will also be up for the fight for this goal.
88 minutes and a second corner for Arsenal, who've had 66% possession and have been the better side. Saka whips it into the near post. I think it was Beto back there heading it away from danger initially. Ghana gets it out of the area. Supermendio has it for Arsenal, feeding it quickly back over to Saka. Obviously everybody's back in a blue shirt. Saliba finds Calafiori. He's in a very central position at the moment. Worked over to the left.
ลีดนี้นำคิตันพาเลต 3-0 แล้วนะเพื่อนแน่นอนครับปิเกลมาเลโน่ครับลงแทนเอเซ่ก็โอดิการ์ดออกออกไปโอดิการ์ด
Incidentally, leads to 3-0. Deveni from the spot, as I say, giving Crystal Palace a consolation. Depends on how much added time there is. That was in the 89th minute. So I don't think there's going to be enough to turn that around. Arsenal have bossed possession in the last 10 minutes. It just flashed up 80-20 possession. And this is why I'd be more aggressive out of the ball if I was Everton. A minute left now of the 90. They're still trailing by a goal to nil. They haven't had the ball, which hasn't helped. Martinelli's picked up a yellow card. Not for a foul. I can only assume it was either time wasted or dissent. Either way, he's on the ball, trying to attack down the left-hand side. Little back heel doesn't quite work. He was surrounded by 3 defenders. Poor layoff goes from well. He's picked up by Calafiori. Left, and the 15. Marino slipped it into the box, and it was almost miskicked past his own keeper by Tarkovsky. And it's wide of the post. Pickford wasn't saving it. And it's a third corner of the game for Arsenal.
It's a poor pass out from Roll, isn't it, there? Trying to pick out his teammate Marino, Calafiore and Jesus. And as you say, absolutely nowhere near it.
เอาเพื่อน1 นาทีครับก่อนต่อเวลา
To clear it away, but Pickford might have had it covered, but he was late reaction to it. So another corner for Arsenal right on the 90th minute in search for the second goal of the game.
It's going to be an in-swinging corner from the Arsenal right. Saka stoppage time. We've just gone into it. 6 minutes to be added on. 6 minutes left. It's still 1-0. Second goal surely a killer. Cleared off the line. Punched off the line by Pickford. Saka, is he going for goal? He didn't score a goal against Wolves, but one of his corners led to a goal. The openers, the cross comes in a bit deep. Jesus, wild slash at the ball, somehow finds its way to Saka right edge of the area.
Oh,
he didn't
dude.
beat it. Saka twisting, turning, digs it back into the middle. Oh, it's still bouncing around, hooked up in the air. I think off Timber last. Martinelli still has it in the box. Challenge came in from Eric Boonham. Now Jesus trying to go around Eric Boonham, gets to the byline, just showed too much. O'Brien clears. Absolute panic stations at the back for Everton, just about survived.
Yeah, just get out of as much as they could. And Arsenal really trying to push the buttons now of getting that second goal, getting the throw in. Arsenal are getting really attacking now. But again, what I will say, this means that yes, Everton are really deep in their own half, but Arsenal committing bodies forward. Might go for a long throw in here from Calafiore. Doesn't like to go short, not too short. What I would say is Everton will put space behind that Arsenal defence.
เอาเพื่อนถ้วยละ6 นาทีเอา
Everton hanging on for the moment.
Yeah, Jesus has done well. It's a bit of a wrestling match.
เปิดเข้าไป
It's against O'Brien.
เอากาเบรียลเจซุสยิงอีก
Calafiore can't find where the ball is.
เอาซาก้าไป
Green
เปิด
thing.
เข้าไปอีกเอา
Locating now. Takes a short throw.
เอากาเบรียลเจซุสเก่งอยู่แล้วเล่นลูกอย่างเงี้ย
By Garner. O'Brien he's unfortunately sets his clearance, ricochets off Jesus, back off him. Another throw into Arsenal. This is where they want to be at least, high up the pitch. It's right on the corner flag in the Everton defensive third. And we've had 2 minutes of stoppage time completed, so 4 left. Obviously, nutmeg pass. Calafiore finds Jesus, floats it into Martinelli, tries to turn his man. He's running out of room. It has gone out of play, will be a goal kick, but in fairness to Arsenal, obviously I've been a little bit critical. The way that they've just bossed possession in the last 10 or 15 minutes, it's easy to have a go at Everton, but it still requires skills and composure from Arsenal. They've done it pretty well.
They've seen the game out, haven't they? And again, I'm sure Arteta would have loved to have had a second, had a third, and it'd be comfortable, but he's also gone, look, we're 1-0 up, let's just see this game, let's be professional about it. Let's completely take anything Everton have out of this game by having 80% possession to 20 in favour of the Gunners. It's just Everton haven't really had a response, have they? They've sat back, Arsenal had the ball, they pressed high, Arsenal passed through the press. So they've never really had an answer. They're coming forward here with better.
His cross charged up into the air by Hincapi. Calafiore tries to get it away from danger. Eric Boneham's kept it alive though. Now it's with O'Brien right on the touchline, 20 yards from goal. Down Dibbling. He just lost sight of the ball. It's only partially cleared. Played back in by Tarkovsky. Miscued up in the air, but that's actually kind for David Raya. It's gathered by him, who immediately launches it downfield. That's not in the Arsenal script. It's a 2-on-2 battle, but it's an aerial battle, and Keane's going to beat Jesus 9 times out of 10, which he does. And it's cleared by Everton. Raya's going to pump it straight back downfield. O'Brien heads it away towards the halfway line. Rice keeps it alive though, finds Jesus. And now Rice is driving forward. Dibbling is sort of in his slipstream without looking like he's going to make a challenge. Rice takes it to the corner flag, and Arsenal can take time off again. There's only 2 minutes of stoppage time left. That was loose from Calafiore. And now potentially Everton can counter. It's from deep. Another poor pass from Roll. He didn't have many options, but that's a couple of times he's given it away inside the Everton half. Now it's with Marino. Eric Boonham's taking it from him. Too early, he looked for Beto. Hincapi got a challenge in. Everton have to recover just inside their own half. Dibbling infield to Garner inside their own half. But we're talking last chance saloon now for the Toffees. Tarkovsky is going to lay it back to Pickford. He's going to charge forward to make an auxiliary striker. And Pickford is just surprisingly Arsenal have backed off a little bit. They could have hurried him up there and negated the presence of Tarkovsky. Hit long. Rice finds Dibbling. He didn't mean to. Back with Dibbling on the right hand side. Low cross in. It's slightly miscued. It's intercepted by Rice, who's going to return it downfield. Martinelli and Mikalenko in a foot race. Mikalenko manages to win it, although it's more time.
เพื่อนจะชนะลูกเดียวใช่ไหมเนี่ย
Hurried clearance from Pickford.
เพื่อนจะชนะลูกเดียวใช่ไหมตอนนี้ผมมาเครียดหนักเลยเนี่ย
Poor pass from David Raya. Keane stepped in. He's beaten Saka. Little jinking run. Grealish has gone down. A clip by Saka. The free kick is near the halfway line, but we know where this is going. Last chance.
Yeah, this has been the last chance. Just under 40 seconds to go. They're going to pump this one long. Looks like it'll be Garner to take. He's usually the set piece man for the Toffees. I mean, surprised by that. Obviously, just pick for goal. Just to add another body in there. You've got Tarkovsky, Oski, Beto, Bunnan, O'Brien. He's got a lot of options. The delivery's got to be good. There might be some last-minute scenes and a last-minute equaliser from the Toffees.
Well, they've taken a long time to get the players up in attack. There's only 10 seconds left. It's launched into the box now. Hincapié heads away. And again, it's a race near the halfway line. Mikalenko wins it, goes back to Pickford. He's got to get it long, and he's got to get it long now into the 7th minute. He's obviously just trying to allow Everton to get onside. It's launched to the edge of the box. Calafiori beat Tarkovsky in the air. There is the full-time whistle. Arsenal perhaps themselves, but too strong for Everton on the night. Full time, it's finished. Everton 0, Arsenal 1.
Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck.
1-0 เว้ยลุ้นเยี่ยวเหนียวเลยโอ้ย
Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck.
ถึงมันจะเหนื่อยถึงมันจะยากแต่มันก็ชนะได้เพื่อนได้จุดโทษนะครับชนะจุดโทษจากโยเคเลสเพื่อนโอ้โหเกมนี้ไม่ง่ายเพื่อนไอเราก็เล่นได้ดีด้วยเพื่อนเราสร้างเกมแต่เราก็มีโอกาสได้ยิงชนไป2 เสาแต่แค่เราจบไม่คมเองเท่านั้นเองแต่ยังดีครับที่เราไม่เสียประตูนะครับก็ผมว่าเป็นอะไรที่ดีที่เราไม่เสียประตู
Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck.
จบเกมอาร์เซนอลเป็นจ่าฝูงเหมือนเดิมใช่พี่ก็โอ้เก่งจริงพี่สักกลินเก่งเนี่ยตีห้าเนี่ยพักผ่อนยาวเพื่อนพรุ่งนี้แมนยูนะเพื่อนพี่สักกลินพรุ่งนี้เจอกันแมนยูเจอซามิล่า5 ทุ่มเดี๋ยวเจอกันนะเพื่อนๆฝากด้วยครับฝากกดไลค์กดแชร์ฝากกดติดตามด้วยนะครับเพื่อนๆแล้วเดี๋ยวเราเจอกันคืนพรุ่งนี้ตอน5 ทุ่มนะแมนยูเจอซามิล่าวันนี้อาร์เซนอลขึ้นจ่าฝูงเหมือนเดิมนะครับนี่ครับเดี๋ยวดูตาคะแนนแบบเดียวไทม์ก่อนเนี่ยครับอาร์เซนอลขึ้นจ่าฝูงเหมือนเดิมแข่ง17นัดชนะ12เสมอ3แพ้2นะครับมี39คะแนนประตูได้เสียบวก21และยิง31เสีย10นะส่วนที่2นะครับเป็นแมนซิตี้นะ17นัดชนะ12เสมอ1แล้วก็แพ้4นะครับมี37คะแนนที่3เป็นซามิล่าถ้าพรุ่งนี้ซามิล่าชนะก็จะมี36คะแนนถ้าแมนยูชนะมี29นะครับเดี๋ยวค่อยว่ากันนะครับลิเวอร์พูลก็ขึ้นมาเป็นที่5แล้วมี29คะแนนนะครับประมาทลิเวอร์พูลไม่ได้นะแต่ลิเวอร์พูลแพ้เยอะไปหน่อยไงรูปการเนี้ยคนที่จะเป็นแชมป์ได้มันต้องแพ้ไม่เกินแบบ4นัดอ่ะเอาจริงๆนะผมว่าแพ้ต้องไม่เกิน4นัดอ่ะถึงจะเป็นแชมป์ได้นะเพื่อนฝากด้วยฝากพี่ๆด้วยนะครับฝากกดไลค์กดแชร์ฝากกดติดตามให้ด้วยนะครับ
Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities.
ทำช่องใหม่นะชื่อช่องใหม่นะแฟนปืนใหญ่นะครับฝากด้วยฝากกดไลค์กดแชร์ฝากกดติดตามแต่ก็ไลค์คู่อื่นเหมือนเดิมนะครับเพื่อนก็แค่เปลี่ยนช่องให้มันแบบลงลึกกว่าเดิมเท่านั้นเองนะครับเดี๋ยวเราเจอกันใหม่เปลี่ยนช่องแล้วผมก็จะมาจริงจังในการทำแล้วนะฝากพี่ๆนะครับกดไลค์กดแชร์ฝากกดติดตามด้วยวันนี้ไปก่อนราตรีสวัสดิ์ฝันดีครับพี่บ๊ายบายบ๊ายบายนะฝากนะ